Aruba, turquoise waters, white sand beaches, a vacationer's paradise. But for one young woman, this island became a nightmare. Natalee Holloway, an 18-year-old high school graduate from Alabama, vanished into thin air. Her disappearance sent shockwaves across the globe, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and haunting possibilities. Natalee's story is a chilling reminder that even in paradise, darkness can lurk. It's a story of hope shattered, a family's desperate search for answers, and a mystery that continues to captivate and confound. Join us as we delve into the baffling case of Natalee Holloway, exploring the events leading up to her disappearance, the key suspects, and the enduring mystery that remains unsolved. May 29, 2005. Natalee Holloway arrives in Aruba with her classmates, ready to celebrate their high school graduation. The trip promises sun, fun, and memories to last a lifetime. Little did they know it would be a trip forever etched in tragedy. Over the next few days, Natalee and her friends explore the island, soaking up the vibrant atmosphere and enjoying their newfound freedom. But on the night of May 30th, something goes terribly wrong. Natalee vanishes from a local nightclub, never to be seen again. Her disappearance marks the beginning of a chilling mystery that would grip the world for years to come. Natalee's trip to Aruba began like any other graduation celebration. Excitement filled the air as she and her 124 classmates boarded the plane. Aruba, with its promise of sun-drenched beaches and turquoise waters, awaited. The group settled into their hotel, the Holiday Inn, a beachfront paradise. Days were spent basking in the Aruban sun, swimming in the crystal-clear waters, and exploring the island's vibrant culture. Natalee, known for her infectious laugh and zest for life, embraced every moment. The graduating seniors, free from the constraints of school, enjoyed the nightlife. Carlos and Charlie's, a popular tourist bar, became their regular haunt. Music, dancing, and laughter filled their nights, creating memories they thought would last a lifetime. Little did they know, darkness lurked just around the corner. May 30th, 2005, the last day Natalee was seen alive. The graduating class planned a final night out before their return to the States. Excitement buzzed in the air as they prepared for an evening at Carlos and Charlie's. Natalee, dressed in a turquoise blue dress, her long blonde hair cascading down her back, radiated joy. She danced with friends, laughed with classmates, and seemed to be having the time of her life. But as the night wore on, something changed. Around 1:30 a.m., Natalee was last seen leaving the bar with Joran Sloot and his two Surinamese friends, Deepak and Satish Kalpo. Witnesses reported seeing Natalee get into a car with the three young men, her laughter echoing in the night. That was the last anyone saw of her. The following morning, panic set in. Natalee was not in her hotel room. Her friends, frantic with worry, searched the hotel grounds, their calls for Natalee going unanswered. Hours passed, and still there was no sign of Natalee. Her classmates, their graduation trip turned nightmare, contacted Natalee's parents in Alabama, their voices thick with fear and uncertainty. The news hit Natalee's parents, Dave and Beth Holloway, like a ton of bricks. Their daughter, their beautiful, vibrant daughter, was missing in a foreign country. Fear, disbelief, and a desperate need to find their daughter consumed them. The Aruban authorities launched an investigation. Joran Sloot and the Kalpo brothers, the last people seen with Natalee, became prime suspects. They claimed to have dropped Natalee off at her hotel, but their stories were inconsistent, riddled with holes. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Search parties scoured the island, divers combed the ocean floor, but Natalee remained missing. The mystery of her disappearance deepened, captivating the world and sparking a media frenzy. What happened to Natalee Holloway? News of Natalee's disappearance spread like wildfire. The idyllic island of Aruba, known for its carefree atmosphere, became shrouded in suspicion. Tourists, once drawn to its pristine beaches, now watched the unfolding drama with bated breath. The Aruban police, faced with mounting pressure to solve the case, focused their attention on Joran Sloot and the Kalpo brothers. Their stories, initially aligning, began to crumble under scrutiny. Inconsistencies emerged, casting doubt on their claims of dropping Natalee off at her hotel. Joran, the son of a prominent Aruban judge, maintained his innocence. He claimed to have left Natalee on the beach near her hotel, but his account changed multiple times. The Kalpoe brothers, initially corroborating Joran's story, also faltered under questioning, their alibis unraveling. Days turned into weeks and still, there was no sign of Natalee. The investigation, hampered by conflicting witness accounts and a lack of concrete evidence, seemed to be going nowhere. Frustration mounted for Natalee's family, their hope dwindling with each passing day. Beth Holloway, Natalee's mother, became a constant presence on the island, her unwavering determination to find her daughter fueling her tireless efforts. She organized searches, met with investigators, and pleaded with anyone who might have information to come forward. The case took a dramatic turn when authorities arrested Joran van der Sloot and the Kalpoe brothers. The arrests, based on what authorities claimed was new evidence, brought a glimmer of hope to the investigation, but it was short-lived. The arrests of the main suspects sent shockwaves through Aruba and beyond. The world watched, hoping for a breakthrough in the case. But the investigation, riddled with missteps and inconsistencies, seemed to be unraveling. Joran, despite being the last person seen with Natalee, maintained his innocence. The Kalpoe brothers, after initially supporting Joran's alibi, changed their stories, claiming they had dropped Natalee off with another man. Their shifting accounts further muddied the waters, making it difficult to discern truth from fabrication. The Aruban legal system, different from the US system, presented challenges for the investigation. Lack of evidence, coupled with the suspects' changing stories, made it difficult for prosecutors to build a solid case. To the dismay of Natalee's family and the world watching, the charges against the suspects were dropped. The release of Joran van der Sloot and the Kalpoe brothers sent shockwaves through the international community. Public outrage erupted, fueled by the perception that justice had not been served. The case now centered on the three young men with Natalee that night. Joran became the subject of intense scrutiny. His demeanor and family's connections fueled suspicion. The Kalpoe brothers remained persons of interest. Their changing stories cast a long shadow over their lives. The cloud of suspicion hung over Aruba, a constant reminder of the unsolved mystery. The gambler. Joran van der Sloot, once a seemingly ordinary young man, became synonymous with the Natalee Holloway case. His every move was scrutinized, his words dissected, his motives questioned. The weight of the world's suspicion pressed down on him, shaping his life in unimaginable ways. In the years following Natalee's disappearance, Joran remained a puzzle, a complex figure who seemed to revel in the notoriety surrounding him. He gave interviews, participated in documentaries, and even wrote a book, each time offering a different version of events, further fueling speculation and outrage. Joran's life spiraled, consumed by gambling debts, drug use, and increasingly erratic behavior. He became a symbol of deception, a cautionary tale of unchecked privilege, and the devastating consequences of a life lived in the shadows of a horrific crime. A mother's quest. Beth Holloway remained steadfast in her search for her daughter, Natalee. Her unwavering love and refusal to accept anything less than the truth drove her. She traveled to Aruba, pursuing every lead, meeting investigators, consulting psychics, and even confronting Joran van der Sloot. Beth's relentless pursuit of justice inspired millions. She became a symbol of a mother's love and enduring hope. Whispers in the wind. The years following Natalee's disappearance saw a whirlwind of theories, each one a potential piece of a shattered puzzle. Some whispered of a tragic accident, a night of revelry gone wrong, the turquoise waters claiming a life too young. Others spoke of darker possibilities of foul play, of a sinister motive hidden beneath the surface of paradise. One theory pointed to a possible accidental drowning. Had Natalee, intoxicated and disoriented, wandered into the ocean, her body lost to the currents? The idea, while plausible, provided little solace to a family desperate for answers, for the comfort of knowing what truly transpired on that fateful night. Another theory suggested that Natalee had been the victim of a drug-related crime. Aruba, a transit point for narcotics trafficking, held a dark underbelly, a world of shadows and secrets. Had Natalee stumbled into this dangerous realm, becoming an unwitting pawn in a deadly game? The Dutchman's Confession. Joran van der Sloot, a chameleon in the case, wove a tangled web of claims and contradictions. In 2008, a glimmer of hope appeared, as fleeting as a desert mirage. Joran confessed to his involvement in Natalee's disappearance. He claimed to have left Natalee on the beach, intoxicated and disoriented. He alleged she was unconscious, left to the mercy of the sea. His confession lacked truth, riddled with inconsistencies and a chilling lack of remorse. The Aruban authorities, bound by legal protocols, couldn't act on Joran's confession. The lack of evidence and shifting narratives created an insurmountable barrier to justice. Shifting sands, unsettled truths. As the years passed, the investigation into Natalee's disappearance seemed to be swallowed by the very island where she was last seen. The trail ran cold, leaving behind a residue of unanswered questions and a family forever haunted by the unknown. Despite the lack of closure, Beth Holloway refused to give up hope. She established the Natalee Holloway Resource Center, a beacon of support for families of missing persons, transforming her personal tragedy into a force for good. The mystery of Natalee Holloway continues to captivate and confound, a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of a parent's love. The answers, elusive and perhaps forever out of reach, lie buried somewhere beneath the shifting sands of Aruba, a chilling testament to a paradise lost. While the mystery of Natalee's disappearance remained unsolved, a chilling twist of fate awaited Joran van der Sloot. 5 years later, in Lima, Peru, he met Stephanie Flores at a casino. Days later, she was found dead in his hotel room. The evidence was overwhelming. The murder of Stephanie Flores sent shockwaves through Peru and reignited the flames of outrage and suspicion surrounding Joran van der Sloot. This time, however, justice would be swifter, the evidence more damning. Joran, apprehended while attempting to flee to Chile, confessed to Stephanie's murder. He claimed that she had discovered information about his connection to Natalee's disappearance on his laptop, sparking an argument that turned violent. His confession, however, rang hollow, a desperate attempt to mitigate his culpability in the face of overwhelming evidence. In 2012, a Peruvian court found Joran van der Sloot guilty of Stephanie Flores' murder, sentencing him to 28 years in prison. The verdict, while bringing a sense of closure to Stephanie's family, did little to quell the lingering questions surrounding Natalee's fate. The turquoise waters of Aruba, once a symbol of paradise, now whisper a tale of tragedy and unanswered questions. Natalee Holloway's disappearance remains a chilling reminder of the darkness beneath idyllic settings. Despite years of searching and a mother's determination, Natalee's fate remains a mystery. The whispers in the wind hold the secrets, but they remain tight-lipped. Joran van der Sloot, linked to Natalee's disappearance, sits in a Peruvian prison. But even with his conviction, the puzzle remains incomplete, leaving a void. The search for Natalee Holloway may have faded from the headlines, but the quest for truth continues. Beth Holloway, her spirit unbroken, her love for her daughter unwavering, has dedicated her life to ensuring that Natalee's story is never forgotten. Through the Natalee Holloway Resource Center, she offers support and guidance to families facing the unimaginable pain of a missing loved one. Her strength, her resilience, her refusal to surrender to despair, serves as a beacon of hope, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. The mystery of Natalee Holloway reminds us that even in a world saturated with information, some truths remain elusive. It challenges us to never stop seeking answers, to never forget those who have vanished, and to hold on to hope, even in the face of unimaginable loss. If you would like more stories like this, please like and subscribe to Oblivion Unlocked.